Hey, what's good? I'm doing a interesting rough draft video for you guys. So, for a deck that I am quite new to, so I'm making Treefolk. So, this is essentially what the card does, or at least for the commander. So, I kind of have a rough draft of how I want to put this together. So there's this card that I don't have yet. This one I don't have it yet either. And this one I don't have either. And then this one I just had a friend order for me. So those are the cards that I don't have that will be in the deck. So, like I said, that's why it's a rough draft, because there's a decent amount of stuff that I don't have yet for the deck, and there's a few changes I want to make to this as well. So there's this one, or this Treefolk. So our enters, ordinary Treefolk enters up to 2 target creatures get +2/+2 and gain trample until end of turn, which is really quite good. And that's kind of the whole basis of the deck, is to, I'm assuming, give your other Treefolk the +2/+2 so that we can make them bigger and be able to do a lot more damage. So you destroy a non-creature permanent with him, and then where he dies, return it to the battlefield under your control with a +1 or with a -1/-1 counter. So he would become basically a 5/5, which is actually pretty good. And then where it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. So for everyone that doesn't know, here's what the ring abilities are. So yeah, there's not too many of the ring tempts you in here, but there are a few. So if one or more tokens will be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead. So that's the other thing with this deck too, that it likes to make food. So that's also why that's in here too. So create a food token, and then it has 4 cycling for 1. And then champion a Treefolk or a warrior. So you exile that, and then where this leaves the battlefield, then the other creature that was exiled returns to the battlefield. And then where creature control becomes blocked, it gets +5 toughness until end of turn. So, which is actually pretty good. And then where it enters the battlefield, creature target player controls become, or get +2/+2 until end of turn, untap them. So, which is also pretty good. And then Orchard Strider. So create 2 food, and then basically cycling for 2. And then as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, it gets +2 toughness and has vigilance. So yeah. So that's basically it for the Treefolk for right now. Once I get those other cards in the mail or ordered and stuff like that, then those will be added in here as well, because I have spots for those. So, but I had to throw a few horses in here just because some of them were actually pretty good. So you reveal a green card in your hand, and then you morph it, basically. And then, basically, target creature gains trample until end of turn, where it's flipped face up. So, not too bad. And then, of course, there are crew fix, so I altered it, so, to make it kind of like a Jedi, basically. But, so you play with the top card of your library revealed, you may play a land, and when you play a land, you gain 1 life. So, yeah. Go to Goose, so it makes food, and then you sacrifice the food to make a mana of 8 color. And then tap, or 1 tap, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that enter the battlefield this turn. So, I think you guys are kind of getting the concept of what I'm trying to do here with this, is just kind of put a lot of counters on things, and kind of try to end the game kind of quickly. So, landfall, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and then double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So, and then you may cast green creature spells as though they have flash, basically. So, which, with the not losing mana during your end phase, that's gonna be really scary combination. Bimare, just a good card, good horse card. Move Pony. So, Titan creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn. So, essentially all that's really there for. Crushing Beast. This is in here so that way, if your opponent has like a fog or something where they don't take common damage, then that can't be prevented. So, under this creature. So, that's essentially it for the creatures. Now for the spells. So, untap target creature, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's kicked, then it gets +4/+4 instead. So, there's a lot of that going on too, where you sacrifice a food or you give additional effects for doing something. So yeah. Hearthseek, Cultivate, and Harmonize. Draw 2 or draw 3. 7 Anthem. Green creatures get +1/+1. And then where a green creature enters, you scry 1. So, and asceticism, creature you control have hexproof. So, which is really quite good. And then pay 2 and then regenerate target creature. So, and then for this, you return a target permanent from your grave to your hand and then create a food token. So, and then with this, you just battle another target creature and then you create a food. So, scry 2, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and then until end of turn, target creature you control gains when this creature dies, draw 2 cards, then that creature fights up to one other target creature. So, Ends Fury, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If its power is 4 or greater, then that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn and fights target creature you don't control. So, that's kind of the whole gist, is just putting +1/+1 counters on your stuff and making them bigger so then you can fight creatures your opponent controls. So, same thing with this, but the creature also gets hexproof, and then the ring tempts you. And then those, you want to do the overload. where you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature, then you double the amount of counters on each creature you control that had a +1/+1 counter put on it. So, yeah. Like I said, you guys are kind of probably seeing the gist of where this is going. Defense of the Heart. Just good to help bring out more Treefolk or more creatures. So, yeah. And then with this, you can pretty much draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. And you may cast a spell with mana or value 5 or less without paying its mana cost. So, also pretty good. Oven Course. Just tap to add 1 mana of any color to help beam out more creatures. So, and then enchant creature has whenever this creature becomes untapped, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and then you gain 2 life, and then you draw a card. Abundance. So you're called land or non-land, and then you reveal a top card, and you until you reveal a card of the chosen type, and then you add that to your hand, and then you put the rest on the bottom. So, and then this is the battle. Return target up to 3 target permanents in your grave to your hand. And then the flip side, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a permanent from your hand onto the battlefield. So, yeah. The card's actually kind of good, but I don't really use it as much as I probably should. And then you reveal a creature with this. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform it, and then just transform it into a land. And then you add green for each creature you control, which is also kind of dumb. So, yeah. So that's essentially it for the green. Now for the artifacts, which is kind of essentially just generic stuff. Door Destinies, Helm of the Host to create more Treefolk. Ranger's Banner, Joe Lowe's to help cast your commander easier. Mithril Coat, more reduction costs. Just more ways of bringing out your creatures faster. So, that's mainly why some of these are in here. So, and also protection. So, with this, you can just name green and you get 4 mana for basically essentially free for monocolor spells. So, yeah. Soul Ring. I said just kind of some basic things. So, and I'll show you guys the lands. It's not quite done yet, but I'll show you guys the lands. So, there's supposed to be counter souls in here and probably some just more basic lands. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, that's basically it for the deck for Treefolk. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Alright, there you go.